Hey guys, so I know you heard about um, the U.S. Senate bill to send support to Syrian rebels. Right here, the thing that's really freaking me out about this whole thing is what's in Daniel 11:40 through 45. It says, "And at the time of the end." So if you watch the last video that I uploaded, I went over how there was a fulfillment, and Daniel 11 describes all of this stuff that happened in ancient times. So these were the four empires that that came out of Alexander the Great's empire, and there was this conflict between the king of the north, which was this whole empire in yellow, and the king of the south, which was basically Egypt down here. Well, this actually might play out again, I don't know, but what it says in Daniel 11:40 is at the time of the end, the king of the south will push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships, and he shall enter into the countries and overflow and pass over, and he shall also enter into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. So it's saying the king of the north is going to come against the king of the south like a whirlwind, but it's the king of the south that pushes him. Well, who is the king of the north? This is Syria right here. The king of the north is Syria. Russia is backing Syria. And the king of the south is Egypt. But get this, everybody knows Obama looks identical to the pharaoh Akhenaten. It's so weird. Even he himself went over to the tomb and looked at it and said, hey, that looks like me. I mean, he's identical to Akhenaten. It's so strange, and it just makes me wonder, hey, does he represent the king of the south too? We just had Egypt is one of the first countries that has stood up saying that they are going to cut diplomatic ties with the Syrian regime. So they're going against Assad. Russia is backing Assad. We could be headed into a nuclear war here. This could be, I mean, Daniel 11:40 through 45 could literally be happening again. Because we know, we've seen how it fulfilled these things that were written hundreds of years ago. We see how they keep happening over and over again. Um, I've shown that in a lot of my videos previously. Um, so I mean, back in May, they were warning about this Senate bill. Rand Paul was saying, "Hey, if you support the rebels, it's like supporting Al Qaeda." Um, right here, this is a USA Today article that says the Syrian rebels pledge loyalty to Al Qaeda. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, just 12 years ago, we were supposedly fighting a war against Al Qaeda. Now we're supposedly supporting them. It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It seems crazy to me. And I know it seems crazy to a lot of other people. So we had this statement from the Russian Foreign Affairs advisor saying that Moscow doesn't believe the U.S. finding on chemical weapons. So, they claim, the U.S. claims they investigated it. They say Assad is using chemical weapons. He says he's not using chemical weapons. And Russia says there's no evidence he's using chemical weapons. They're backing him. Egypt says, no, we're not backing you. I mean, it just looks like we're going into world war. So, likely to escalate. That's what that's what uh, that's what these articles are saying. And so, now Syria. This is the most recent article. Now Syria is calling in Russia. So I mean, I have a video on this where I talk about why 2013 could possibly be the year of the start of the Great Tribulation, meaning World War III. In the Bible, it's called the Great Tribulation, and it lasts 3.5 years. I'll link the video below if you want to see that. But I've been saying for a long time, it looks like the Bible is saying it's going to start in 2013. And now, I don't know, this is looking really concerning right here. So on Monday and Tuesday, they're going to have the G8 summit in in Ireland, here's the other thing that kind of blew my mind. You guys remember that dream that I had? And I know my dreams come true. I can't explain it. I have proof on YouTube. Amazing number of just tons of videos that I uploaded ahead of time saying I dreamt this, and then later on it happens. Well, I dreamt, what was it, last month or something, I had this weird dream, Irish 8.0, and I was saying to you guys, hey, I mean, Ireland's not on a fault line. This doesn't make any sense to me. And then we found out there was that skateboard company that they have a skateboard called the Irish 8.0, and that was kind of weird, but I didn't really see how that tied in with anything. But now look at this. The G8 summit is being held in Ireland. Irish 8. Irish 8. I mean, I'm kind of freaked out. So, supposedly Putin and Obama are going to talk about this. These are those that are going over there. Remember in the last video that I just uploaded, I was talking about the 10 kings and how that final empire, we're in it right now. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it below. It goes into detail on the final empire and how it, and all the details of it that are described in the Bible. But it says there's going to be 10 kings at the very, 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 very end. And out of those 10 kings will arise a final king. Well, look at the G8. I mean, there are 10 members. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I just think that everything that's going on right now is just bizarre. I hope this is not what's going to happen. But it says the king of the house, the king of the south, which could be, Obama could represent that since he looks identical to the Pharaoh. The king of the south pushes at the king of the north, Syria, but the king of the north comes at him like a whirlwind and also enters into the glorious land. I mean, what does that mean? I don't know. This is looking really weird to me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.